So right now I make my batch choux to make éclair and a puff pastry. First step, I need to boil water, butter, salt. What is important is to boil, not only melt the butter. Now we turn off and we pour the flour. We mix correctly flour, water, butter, and the name is tapenade. Doesn't stick in the pot. And now we pour the eggs, only one by one. So now we obtain something very smooth. It's ready to make éclair and a puff pastry. So now the pâte à choux is ready. We fill the piping bag to make éclair and a puff pastry. So we try to be very, very regular, very straight. Maybe this dessert in France is the most common. Now I make a puff. And on the puff, we add a craquelin. Craquelin is pâte sucrée, it's just butter, flour, sugar. It brings a crunchy texture on the puff. Now it's ready for baking. After 40 minutes, I can take my éclair and my puff. They are ready. Okay, whipped cream, important to put the bowl in the fridge. Now I wait 500 grams of cream. I add 90 grams powdered sugar. Chantilly without vanilla is not chantilly, it's just whipped cream, that's it. But to get a chantilly name, we need to add vanilla. And we are lucky here, you have the best vanilla. I love this vanilla. So 10 grams. So now we mix sugar, vanilla, cream. Not too hard, we need to keep soft. For the texture, now it's okay. Texture is very important. So I add vanilla in the whipped cream and I add vanilla in a custard cream too. So for me it's important to get a flavor in my custard cream. Vanilla or different alcohol, different fruit. For me, I need my client feel the taste, the flavor. It's really important it explodes in the mouth. 400 grams and custard cream. I add 300 grams chantilly. And now we mix the both gently. So what is important to get the texture very smooth. So for this crème diplomat, usually it's better to wait 1 or 2 hours before to use it. To get something solid, a little makeup on the puff, powdered sugar, the vanilla puff are ready to eat. So now we take care of the éclair. 3 holes to fill the éclairs. And éclair, I use a custard cream. What is important for the vanilla. So this vanilla is very powerful. We don't need to add more. There is different process to glaze the éclairs. The most common in France is a fondant. It's not the same fondant in US decorate a cake. The fondant is just to glaze the éclair. I use a white chocolate from Valrhona. It's very, very good chocolate. And for me it's a good value for the éclairs. And of course, on the vanilla éclair, I add some vanilla bean, 5 grams. I have a 500 grams and glaze, 1%. Custard, I use 1%, 2%, and the glaze, 1% is enough. It's why it's very important to stay in the same percentage every time. Because the weight is one thing, but the percentage, one day you have 10 éclairs, another day we have 20 éclairs. You know exactly what you need with 1% or 2% vanilla in your cream. It's important for the customer, they find the same taste every time they come. I roast some pecan with sugar to decorate my vanilla eclair. Everything from scratch. Why we call éclair in France? Because we can eat very fast. So here we go, the classic dessert in France, éclair and puff, vanilla puff. Choux à la crème et éclair à la vanille.